Hello, and we're back with By the Way today, talking about some exciting productions that are available for you to enjoy this summer at Jacksonville State University. Each summer they've been having now for, I guess, 2 or 3 years, summer dinner theater series. And we have with us to talk about this Carlton Ward, who's the head of the program and directing a number of the shows this summer, and also Scott Croley, who is directing Jack and the Beanstalk. Thank you both very much for coming to talk with us today. And first of all, tell us about the productions you have planned and all. Then we'll focus in on each one.
Well, we have 3 different shows running for 25 performances, excuse me. We have a children's show, Jack and the Beanstalk, based on the old fairy tales, children's story. Then we have a Broadway show any Wednesday. And then we have the longest-running musical of all times, The Fantastics, which opened in New York in 1960 and is still running in the same theater today.
Yes, that's an unbelievable story, isn't it? Well, tell us now how people, and the children can as well, come, enjoy the play, and have a good meal at the same time. How often do these run, and what's the whole format for all of the performances?
The format is a children's show, Jack and the Beanstalk, every Monday and Tuesday, and we are in our second of 4 weeks. So after today, there are still 5 more performances of that show. Any Wednesday has been running since last Wednesday and will play for its last 2 performances on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And then that show will close. Then the Fantastics will open, run 3 performances, and then the children's show will be back. Then the Fantastics runs for 5, then the children's show runs for 2, and then the Fantastics for 2 more.
So it's set up sort of like a summer repertory company.
It's sort of like a rep. The children's show is in rep, and the other 2 are in like a stock situation. And the idea was to give the musical a little more time to rehearse and concentrate, not concentrate on that, but allow, because of the songs and the vocal rehearsal, the choreography and so forth, to get their rehearsals in amongst the performances. So we've been rehearsing, when the shows aren't running, about 10 hours a day.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I want to give people a chance to see a few highlights. We have first up any Wednesday. Let's tell us who are the actors that we'll get to see in this, then we'll take a look at the clip.
All right, you will see Scott Croley. He plays Cass. You will see Sally Simpson of Gadsden. Scott's also of Gadsden. Steve Whitton of Jacksonville, and
Laurel Read.
Laurel Read of Jacksonville also. And the 4 sort of make this, I guess you would call it, an extended love triangle with the 4th person in there, and it makes an interesting...
Menage a quad.
Yeah, interesting situation. Strange things happen.
Right. Well, let's take a look at that right now.
I made children's linseed with my bare hands. Have a nice day, and remember, the necklace is yours, the apartment is yours. You don't look a day over 12. Call you when I get to the office.
Bye. Come on now, honey, take a deep breath. Who are you? Well, you had a rough night, didn't you?
Well, you are feeling better.
Just dandy.
Sweetheart.
Well, I really should go. It's been so nice meeting you. So young.
Oh, don't
You're
go.
like ahead of you. Do you have children?
Not yet.
Oh, well, you're just a child yourself.
I've aged today. Oh, today's my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Sometimes it takes a little effort to make the emotional adjustment from anger to love. Though, psychologically speaking, they're so closely akin.
I'm feeling better every minute.
Of course you are.
Oh, it looks like quite a lively production. And I believe this is performed in the round so that the audience can really enjoy the close rapport with the performers.
That's right. We brag that no one is more than 3 tables away from the stage, so it is, our capacity is 256, and the way the tables are arranged, everyone has, call it the 50-yard line view of the show.
That's wonderful. We have, we also were able to interview earlier Wayne Claeren, who talks about the author and a little bit more about Any Wednesday, the play itself. Let's take a look at that right now.
Wednesday was written by Muriel Resnick, and while this is an older play, I think it's rather relevant to today, because at the time the show appeared on Broadway, although it's a fairly typical Broadway romantic comedy, at the time it first appeared, back in the 60s, there was an atmosphere of perhaps more interest in the big business sector of our country. And then we went into an era of more earthy interests, I think, with the more turbulent late 60s and 70s. And it seems that lately there's been not only a resurgence of the economy, but theatrically speaking, a kind of a renewed interest in the business world. And since this play deals with a tycoon of the highest magnitude, there are some very obvious comparisons that I think audiences will note between one of the leading characters in Any Wednesday and some of the very, very wealthy businessmen that are in the current headlines.
Well, it looks like something that everyone would enjoy seeing. So Any Wednesday runs this week.
That's right. It will run Wednesday and Thursday of this week and then close.
And then, so people have only 2 more chances to see that one.
That's correct.
All right. Now then, let's take a break and we'll come back and find out about the Fantastics and Jack and the Beanstalk right after this message.
Hey, come with me. I'm going back to school.
What? Where?
The Quintard Mall. Get everything for back to school at the Quintard Mall. Get the best deals on the coolest clothes, so shop at the Quintard Mall and
Go back to cool.
The next morning, I knew I was pregnant.
I felt that I was a loser in life, and here I was an unwanted child with an unwanted child.
As I grew up, I wondered once in a while about my natural parents.
Why should the child be punished because her father is a rapist?
What you do with it once you're here is the issue, not how you got here. Very anxious to find her, to let her know I love her.
Children of Rape on the next program.
Today at 4. We used to make almost everything here in the USA. Then imports started taking a toll. Now America's manufacturers are fighting back, producing the quality you demand at the price you want. It's a whole new spirit of partnership between the maker and the seller. So why not buy American whenever you can? In the world's freest marketplace, your choices make all the difference.
Bring back the best today. Bring it home to the USA.
If you think you may have come in contact with the AIDS virus, you can get testing and confidential counseling at public health departments in all 67 Alabama counties. For more information, call the Alabama AIDS hotline, 1-800-228-0469.
Now we'll find out about 2 other performances coming up soon at JSU's Summer Dinner Theater. We're talking with Carlton Ward and Scott Croley. And Scott, I know you are directing Jack and the Beanstalk. Tell us about how you've designed this special children's production.
Well, I just tried to get, we've got adult actors playing to children. I've had some people ask me, well, you know, where did you get the kids to do the show? And, well, it's not kids, it's adults.
Performed for children.
Right. And for adults. I've made it just as funny for adults. In fact, I had some of my relatives came last Tuesday. She brought her kids, and she said, well, I loved it. She goes, I think the kids did too. It's just really funny, and just trying to get everybody knows the story, so there's no secrets. Just to make it silly and just to get this air of, you know, just the ridiculous about them to do it.
Well, when is this performed?
It's every Monday, Tuesday for lunch. In fact, the show is going on right now as we speak. The buffet starts about 11:30, and the show is at noon, and it runs under an hour. So, you know, parents could bring their kids in just an hour and a half and be out for $5. You can't beat that. All the food you can eat in a show. You can't take the kids to the movie and get them popcorn for under 20, I don't think, nowadays.
Is right, I tell you.
So it's a genuine entertainment bargain
that is
we're
true.
providing.
And where are you doing Jack and the Beanstalk?
In the newly renovated, well, all the shows, as a matter of fact, are in the newly renovated Leona Cole Auditorium, which is in the basement of the Jack Hopper Dining Hall, right on campus, right off the quad behind Bibb Graves Hall, Jacksonville State. And it's fantastic what they've done to this building. If anybody used to go to the concerts in the 70s in Leona Cole and thought, ooh, they're doing it there, but it's really nice. They've just really done a fantastic job renovating it.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I know for my children, of course, I'm usually tied up about this time every day, but anyway, I would certainly go and take mine. That would be a wonderful treat for mothers and a nice break during the summer. Now then, let's find out about the Fantastics. Who all is involved in that production?
The Fantastics has a cast of 8. It starts off with the famous El Gallo, who sings Try to Remember, which you hear once or twice daily on nearly any radio station. That is played by Shelton Brown, local, who played in 4 of our productions back in the early 80s. Shelton Brown played the music man, Harold Hill, and he also played Lancelot. He also played Emile DeBeck in South Pacific. Has a beautiful baritone voice.
And then the 2 young leads.
Lee Poe.
I'm sorry, we need to interrupt right now and bring you this special CBS report.
Dan Rather.